Hello, and welcome back to Rolls and Rockets, Planescape Torment Enhanced Edition, Episode 10. We are back at the Smouldering Corpse Bar. So, I want to talk to Illquix again real quick. Hello again, Traveler. What can Illquix do for you today? Greetings, Illquix. I had some questions for you. I'm trying to find a way to make this Mokai pay for her drinks. Any suggestions? He laughs, his jowls shaking loosely, almost seeming to fall from his face. You can always poison her, friend. A dose of that always effective in bringing resolution to nearly any conflict. He laughs again. Of course I'm joking, he winks. Haha, joking. No, he definitely wants me to kill her. Of course you are. I had some other questions. What did you want to know, my friend? Okay, that's all I wanted to check. Okay. Aethelgrin? Tegarin. They're pretty cute. You see a scaled fiend who looks very similar to the other one standing next to him. In addition to the pierced left ears, both are black-hued and reptilian, with bat wings tucked against themselves. This one is missing a tooth on its right side.
Ah, Tegarin,
It says,
our friend has returned to pay us a visit. So he has, Aethelgrin, so he has. Yet his eyes do not gleam as once they did. What do you suppose brings him back to us? What does bring you back to us, friend?
Who are you?
Hi, Aethelgrin. Time has robbed our companion's memory. You honestly do not recall us, do you? Truly, I am aggrieved.
But
As I am, Tegarin, truly aggrieved. Yet I rest easy. It has, after all, been many hundreds of years, and we know how the minds of mortals tend to dissipate with age. Ah, well spoken, old friend. We are a pair of Abishai on leave from our current assignment in Bator. I am Tegarin, the thrice damned, so named for my ability to find the best in every situation. This is Aethelgrin, who has earned himself no special name, though not for lack of trying.
lack of trying, what do you mean?
Aethelgrin
Aethelgrin ignores you as it responds to its companion.
And once again, Tegarin, you have cut straight to the truth of the matter, though perhaps it is best not to have earned the sort of notice one bearing the name thrice damned must surely have incurred.
I have some other questions. Mort whispers to you. Boss, I don't like this. They're not supposed to be here. The Blood War hasn't kicked the Celestials' asses bad enough that any fiend could go on furlough. They want something. Tread carefully. In the meantime, Tegarin continues to respond to its companion. In its turn, Tegarin ignores you as it replies to its comrade.
Once again, I maintain that any notice is better than no notice at all.
The Abishai turns back to you.
Old friend, does this answer your question as to our identities?
I suppose it will have to. I had some other questions.
Some questions? Perhaps we have answers. We are certainly eager to aid you, old friend.
I think I'm getting the voices mixed up. Oh well. What are you doing?
What are we doing? Why, is it not perfectly clear, old friend? We are on leave from our beloved assignment. Taking for ourselves some much-needed rest, and perhaps inducing some additional recruitment for our glorious cause. Our superiors fully support our presence, to be sure. In a more immediate sense, we are taking our entertainment in this delightful establishment. And, of course, we are celebrating the return of our old friend. However, the stench of the breezes which occasionally waft the scent of goodness in the door debases us somewhat, leaving us physically, mentally, and spiritually weaker. Fortunately, the air in this ward of the city carries a delicious tang of pain and supplication. Wouldn't you agree?
Again, the fiend smiles broadly at you. I had some other questions.
Some questions. Perhaps we have answers.
What is this place?
This is the Smouldering Corpse Tavern. One of the more entertaining taverns your kind has seen fit to erect in the city. The poetic justice of the burning fellow at the front of the establishment is really quite a fine touch. Was there something else you wished to ask?
Tell me about fiends.
As we see it, there are two kinds of fiends. Those who are correct, and those who are not. Our side, that of the Batudu, is correct. The other side, that of the cursed, hated, chaotic Tanare, is incorrect, and must be exterminated. We hold the Tanare directly responsible for the Blood War. Were it not for them, we could have settled the lower planes in peace, and wouldn't have all the bother of fighting this wretched war. Nor would the unfortunate spillovers into the other planes be such a cause for concern among the namby-pambying do-gooders. The Tanari are directly to blame for the multiverse's sad state of affairs.
That's not really what I was asking. I wanted to know what differentiates you from them. The fiend pauses a moment and then brightens.
Ah, yes. You see, we represent law and order. Those who break the law must be punished. If we have no law, we have only anarchy, and surely you can see what anarchy has done for the Abyss. It has spawned horrors beyond imagining. Any excesses the Batuzu state may have indulged in are simply to counter the rising tide of chaos represented by the Tanari. We mean no harm to anyone, we just prefer to understand where the boundaries are.
I see, I had some other questions. Do you know a collector named Farod?
Farod? I have heard the name. Is he not a sage of some sort? A necromancer? Or is he a diviner of rubbish? I have heard of him, friend, but do not have the pleasure of his company. Perhaps one of the other patrons here can help you.
Perhaps. I had some other questions. I'm looking for a journal.
I keep no journals, friend, and I counsel that you should not either. Ask my dear comrade Tegarin why, and you shall receive enlightenment.
Very well. Tegrin, why should I not keep a journal?
Because, friend, it is easy to make the mistake of committing a true word of posterity, and easier still for someone you once trusted.
And here he shoots a glance full of venom at Ethelgrin.
To find that word and use it against you. Indeed, it can even lead to actions tantamount to desertion. Leaving or losing a journal can cost you your very existence.
I see. I had some other questions. Boss, I'm more sure than ever that these Burks ain't on the up and up. Sounds to me like they deserted. Like they're looking for some angle that'll elevate their status as Bator. You don't want to be talking to them, boss. You don't know what game they're playing. And you could get burned, literally. Alright, Mort. Just a few more questions for these two, alright?
Why, is that a little floating skull I see? There's a lovely sweet scent of Baturian decay about you, my pretty. Perhaps we should discuss this later.
The Abishai returns its attention to you.
Now then, you said you had some questions.
No, farewell. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they were certainly friendly. All the more reason to not trust them. Oh, there's Milkai. Oh. She approaches. You see someone dressed as a female dustman with a half-empty glass in her right hand. As you near her, she calls out to you. You over here. You notice that there's something wrong about her. And your exposure to the dustman leads you to believe that she's just too lively to be a real member of the faction. Approach her. Hey, Cutter. Buy a lady a drink? You're not really a dustman, are you? He looks around nervously. Seems to sober right up. Why do you say that? Because you don't act like a dusty, and you're not offering contracts. In fact, you're taking money in instead of giving it out for that corpse labor they do at the mortuary. She stifles a squeak of terror and hastens to explain, No. I'm not a dustman. I just found these robes in the street and I didn't have enough money to get good clothes, and I heard there was a dustman thief around, but you could probably find him somewhere else in the southwest part of the hive. I saw him, but I hid from him. Please don't hurt me.
Give me some money and I'll let you go.
Give me some money and I'll let you go. I can give you 50 coins. Please, don't tell anyone. 50?
I want more.
You want more? I can't. I can't afford as much as last time. I can, give you 25 coins, though.
I want more.
Well, that's too bad because, I can't give you any more. I just don't have, any money. That's too bad. Answer some questions for me. What, do you want to know? Oh, I was just shaking her down for buddy. I rushed into that without thinking clearly. I thought I was getting the money for Barkus, but, now she has no money. Okay. Barkus says it's time for you to settle your tab. Pay up. She jumps a little and her nervous tension becomes full-fledged anxiety. What are you going to do? Ask you to go pay up. Now. She looks at you bitterly. I can't. Some Burke took all my money. I need a loan or something to pay him off now. Some Burke. You mean me? Oh no, she's been drinking so much she already forgot that I was the one that took her money. Disclaimer. I did not mean to take her money in that way, although shaking her down for the barkeeper is kind of a dick move, but you know. XP's XP. Alright. How much do you need? I think I need about 100 coins to get started on that debt. Poison her drink with the embalming fluid. Oh my god. I'll lend you the money. Here. Take it and pay up. Now. Lie. I'd lend you the money, but I don't have it. Answer some other questions, will you? I'll be back with some money. Can you think of another solution? I picked that one. Another way to pay? She smiles sadly. You could always, kill me. What? I don't remember this. I could, but I'd rather find another solution. She looks at you for a moment longer, swaying where she stands, and then says, alright. Did you want something else? Yes, some answers. I'll lend you the money. Here, take it and pay up now. She pockets your jink, glances briefly toward the door, almost as if she's weighing her chances of dashing out. Sighs heavily as she realizes there's no chance and begins to walk glumly toward the bar. My thanks, I suppose. Wow, ungrateful much. Just kidding. I just mugged her and gave her money back just so she could pay for tab. It was highly unnecessary to be such a rabble-rouser to this orgier. Don't mention it, and don't even think about heading for the door until you've paid up. Alrighty. Have I actually talked to almost everyone? Wait, no. Did I talk to Ignus? I legit don't remember if I read this. Oh no. Let me just check something real quick. This crackling, billowing creature twists slowly above an iron grill upon the floor of a bar. It may have once been human, but now its skin is charred beyond recognition. Streams of fire form a wreath around the creature's body, and the flames lick at the few remaining pockets of flesh, causing them to bubble and run like wax down the creature's skeletal frame. Greetings. The thing makes no response. It writhes slowly within the flames. It lives, but it does not seem aware of anything other than the fire that surrounds it. Its skin is flame, its heart is flame, and you know within some shadowed corner of your memory that this thing is dangerous. Examine the creature. The heat surrounding this creature is incredible. To your surprise, the iron grill the creature floats above has sagged and bent from the heat. At first, you thought the heat came from the grill, but you now realize it emanates from the creature. As you watch, flecks of ash drift from the writhing corpse and float slowly to the ceiling. Greetings? Alright. So that's the Smouldering Corpse. A quick save. And back to the hive. Let's see here. We talked to Amaryssi. I remember that.
I must rest.
Oh. You must rest. Oh. Hive Thug. Time for some pitched combat.
Flies wouldn't even rest on your carcass.
These hive thugs love to get absolutely devastated. Now come on, you don't stand a chance. Alright, any delightful characters around? I'm gonna check my character sheet real quick here. Level 5, okay. So I think I want to try to switch over to mage before I get to level 7, because I think at level 7 you get like some sort of specialization depending on what class you are when you reach level 7. I'm not sure if it's like that exactly in the original version or if it's like that in the enhanced edition or what the difference is, but that's sort of what I remember. So might make our way towards the place where I could do that after we taunt some of these thugs and bite them and slice them and poke them till they ain't nothing no more. Dirty Rat Charm, my favorite. You can always use a good Dirty Rat Charm. Okay, so I'm gonna check out this building, see what's going on here. Nice looking building. Small dwelling. Small dwelling. Like someone lives here? This looks like a warehouse. Kuatra. Moving from box to box, this man seems to be totally immersed in counting boxes and scribbling results down on a piece of parchment. He looks annoyed as you interrupt him. What is it now? Can't you see I'm busy taking inventory? Go bother someone else. I didn't mean to interrupt Pearl. Didn't mean to interrupt. I did not mean to do that, no. Okay. Alright. These,
Rock sings true.
thugs just
What's up?
really want some screen time, don't they?
Flies wouldn't even rest on your carcass.
They're like, yeah, let's get some combat in. Let's spice things up. Dack on. Stop getting stuck on things. You're better than that.
I must rest.
Oh. We'll rest. Just relax. I mean, I would have rested at the Smouldering Corpse, but I don't think you can.
Snaps pain into my eyes.
Yeah, I like that. I can hunt them into attacking me, even if they're running away. Take all of the things. Bronze bracelets, copper commons, and the first thing I picked up was a dirty rat charm, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. The hive. Another black Abishai. Hive dwellers, Daubuses, harlots. Ashmantle, that sounds like an interesting fellow. You see a dustman in long black robes and a pale face. Unlike the dustman you saw in the mortuary, however, this man looks confused and is glancing about, as if looking for something. When he spots you, he raises his hand to attract your attention. Greetings. The man seems relieved that you are speaking to him. He bows slightly. Thank you for hearing me, traveler. I am known as Ashmantle, one of the Dustman sect. I was wondering if you could direct me. I don't know the area very well, and I'm looking for a certain establishment, a bar, that those of my sect frequent. Do you know of such a place? Sect? You're a Dustman, don't you mean faction? The Dustman nods. Oh yes, faction, I meant faction. Sect, faction, they're much the same thing, really. Do you happen to know of the bar that my faction frequents? The bar you want is by the mortuary. Orient yourself by the mortuary front gate, then walk directly southwest. You can't miss it. Huh. Okay, I'll give him directions. The Dustman smiles. Thank you very much, traveler. I appreciate your kindness. The people of the hive are rarely helpful in such matters. Tell me about it. Say, can I ask you some questions? What questions do you have? I'm looking for a man named Farah. Do you know of him? I'm sorry, but the name is not known to me. Very well, I had some other questions. I'm looking for a missing journal. Do you know where I might find one? I do not know where you might find such a thing. I mourn its loss. Really? I thought Dustman didn't value possessions. The man shrugged slightly. I am not without sympathy for your loss. There are many things of value in one's life. You have unusual views for a Dustman. The man blinks. Well, I am not a common Dustman. I'm gathering that. Who are you? The man nods, a little uncomfortably. Why, I am Ashmantle, one of the Ninth Circle. Ninth Circle? There is no such thing. He suddenly tenses up. I don't have time to debate the practices and rankings of the Dustman sect with you, so if you'll excuse me. Grab his hand. Your hand snaps out, but Ashmantle draws back suddenly, and you miss grabbing his wrist. You see this Dustman facade crumple, and with a frightened look, he runs off. Damn it! I'm pretty sure he's trying to pickpocket me, but I didn't really dialogue my way to that option. I mean, back on. Use Rain of Anger. Yes.
Just look natural. Casual.
Thanks, Mort. Yeah, it's brutal, but sometimes you have to use your equivalent of magic missile to kill random people in the street that ran away from you.
I told you I'm tapped out.
Miriam. This old woman stands silently by the wall, staring off into the distance. She seems to be unconcerned with the flow of traffic around her, and clutches a wooden pole from which dozens of small fish are dangling. Greetings. Oh, hello, sir. She squints at you for a moment, trying to discern your identity. Oh my, and I was thinking you would be regular customers. She prefers her fishbowl. Tuna, sir, mackerel, sea cucumber. No fish, thanks. I had some questions. Her mouth presses down into a tight-lipped frown, and she stares off over your shoulder. Look behind you, see what she's staring at. You can see nothing of interest behind you. As you turn back to her, you catch her looking at you. She looks away quickly, resuming her staring off into the distance once more. What, do I look familiar to you? Goodness, no. She pauses for a moment. You do. Have you seen me before then? I think ye or a man with your likeness, 'twas not long ago. Tell me. Well, sir, you see, my sight's not so good now. 'Twasn't back then neither. But I saw you walking past with a small group trailing along behind you. What did these people look like? Hard to say, sir. 'Twas so long ago. And you walked by so quick like. But I remember now, the way ye held your head up. There was a woman following you, trying to stop you. To get you to turn around, speak to her, but you pushed her away. What happened then? Beautiful woman she was. Looked so sad, so angry all at once. She stood there for a moment, then followed along behind you just the same, hustling to catch up. You had said there was a group. Who else was there? She shrugs. There was at least 2 other gentlemen with you, sir. The only one I remember too clearly, though, was tall, thin, reeked of bulb, he did. I smelled him from across the way. Looked like he hadn't bathed in ages, too. He followed you close, he did, and never said a word. Acted like the woman wasn't even there, even when she bumped against him trying to stop you. That's all I remember, sir. Give her some copper for her time. How much do you give? 20. She stares at the heaping handful of coins for a moment, as if unsure what to do. You hold them a bit closer and she finally takes them, laughing, and he's like, oh my! Why, thank you, sir! May the lady's shadow pass over you and fortune always find ye. Please, please come and visit me anytime. Thanks, farewell. That was fun. Alright, folks, so we have made it out of the Smouldering Corpse. We have returned to the streets of Sigil, and we're on our way. And with that, we shall conclude this episode. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Rolls and Rockets. Have a great time. Bye-bye.